Okay, friends, so this is what the kids are going to be learning for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we're going to start off with something simple, go intermediate, and then finish with something more advanced for those who are ready for that. We're going to start by doing the peel escape, the banana peel escape from the mount. I'm going to recover the guard. After I recover the guard, I'm going to do the hip bump sweep, also known as the up and over sweep. From there, I'm going to finish with a Kimura from the side mount. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, friends, here we are. Coach Ethan, in his fancy red gi, has managed to mount me. One thing is, never let anybody with their knees get underneath your armpits. This is bad news. He's got complete control of me. So as soon as he goes to mount and you know that you've lost that position, go ahead and keep your elbows tight against his thighs so he doesn't crawl his knees up. This hand here is going to go on his hip bone. So one hand on his hip bone, one elbow on the other hip bone, and this other hand is going to go on top. Notice my elbows are framing up. He's sitting heavy on my hips, so I'm going to give him a swift kick in his bottom so that he distributes the weight evenly. And at the same time that I do that, I'm going to get to my side just a little bit. That part's important. Don't get all the way to the side. He's going to take your back if you do that. Keep this elbow on this side firmly on his hip. And now see this little pocket between his toes and his shin? I'm going to start to bring my knee into that little pocket. Now sometimes it's hard, so I'm going to help myself with my heel. And I'm going to peel his foot onto my thighs and pinch. As I pinch, I put my tiptoes on the ground. All right, now I'm going to continue the frame on his hip. My tiptoes are on the ground, and now I'm going to scoop underneath him with my hips as my knees start to point up to the ceiling. When I get to right about here, I'm going to take this hand and it's going to go on his thigh so I can create some space. This other hand now can go to the hip, it can go to the knee, it can go anywhere on him because now I want to frame. I'm going to move my hips out. As I move my hips out, I may have to shrimp once or twice. I keep this hook alive. And now my foot is going to go on his hip with my heel in and my toes out. Now I'm going to transfer my hand over somewhere around the shoulder or bicep. And I'm going to remove this bottom knee and I'm going to put that hook as well on his hip with my heel in and my toes out. This is a great time for me to grab hold of anything. I can grab hold of his lapel, his sleeve, and snatch him into my closed guard. Cross my feet nice and strong. Coach Ethan is a great jiu-jitsu guy, so he has his hands on my hips. Now begins stage 2, which is the up and over sweep. I'm going to thrust my hips forward, remove his hands off the ground, and put him on the ground. Now I'm going to open up my guard, scoop my hips out. Leave yourself enough space so you can come up and feel comfortable. When you come up to your elbow, come up to your hand, and post all your weight, on this back leg. The power of the up and over sweep comes from this leg over here. If I have it stretched out, there's no power. I scoop his elbow and I hit him hard with my hips, much like a karate or taekwondo side kick. So I kick him hard, boom. As I kick him, I come all the way over. Here, I'm gonna hook one side of his leg, the opposite side, with the grapevine. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that his arm is on the ground, and I'm going to pin his arm to the ground with my wrist and my elbows on the ground. This other hand is going to go between his elbow and shoulder. You're going to struggle to try to get your hand. You're going to say, I can't get my hand, I can't get my hand. Make it happen, and you'll see the Kimura already in effect. So how do I make it happen? I just wiggle it and make sure that it's strong. It's possible to finish the Kimura from this position in the mount, but it's a lot better for you to hop off into the side mount. Once I hop off, I make extremely heavy on his opposite shoulder. Pull everything in. Be gentle with your partners. Keep his wrist, keep my left elbow on the ground, and only lift your right elbow just ever so slightly, and there is the shoulder lock.
3, 2.
Okay, fellow friends, so we just learned and went over a series, and it started up with escaping the mount using the banana peel escape or the shrimp escape into the closed guard, which led us to do the up and over sweep, or also known as the hip bump sweep. Then from there we mounted and we finished it with a Kimura that ended up in the side mount. Hope you enjoyed it.